So the plan is now that we're going to be going full tilt through the weekend.
Yeah.
All right. It was an original thought on Sunday that we were going to kind of mellow out, and whoever ended up here on Sunday would be kind of like a leftover kind of show.
Yeah.
But I've changed up the strategy. We're still learning as we go here. We're making a lot of adjustments and tweaking, and I think that we've created a little monster here, Eric.
Oh, I think you have.
Really?
What's cool is, normally you do something like this, you want to get press, you call the local newspaper, you ask them if they can come out, let's send a reporter, take a picture. They called us.
Did they really?
They did.
On behalf of the revival, or just doing
on behalf of the Pink House thing?
Right.
As part of the revival.
As part of the revival.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So,
well, go ahead.
So I talked to them about what the Pink House is all about. It's we're looking at sort of a mecca for artists and writers and musicians, just like this artist revival is. It's sort of the same thing. I mean, this could be a 24/7 thing. It's because it's there already. It's doing that already. We just want to preserve it so they can continue to do that. So it was good. They came down with it. Of course, they came down when it started to rain.
Oh, so they interviewed you here.
But we were here. Yeah, they called, set up a time. They came. It was awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. So I'm sure Mr. Dempsey has shared the news with you about the interview. I got his name right, correct?
Dave Dempsey, yeah.
Dave Dempsey. And did he tell you about what's going to be happening on Saturday morning?
No.
Really?
No, I haven't told you.
Well, you've been set up, right, Eric? You figured that out by now? We're going to be live on the radio next Saturday morning.
Cool.
Right here, live at the In Street stage with Joe DiBiase of I can never pronounce his name right, of WNBP Radio.
Yep.
Is going to do a live broadcast from the In Street stage.
Cool.
And he asked me after my interview on Saturday morning that he wanted to hear from a couple of artisans.
Awesome.
So I spent some time about thinking about it and the best representatives, and like I've told you, like we've discussed before, the Pink House really embodies what we're really doing here in the spirit, and the so I felt what better way to have someone speak about the Pink House live on the radio.
Yeah.
And your accompaniment is going to be Lexi Simmons, which is our youngest artisan.
Cool.
She's a 15-year-old merchant artist who launched her business called Vinyl Time.
This is an interesting, and I'm glad you got this on tape, because I'm teaching an art portfolio preparation course in these next 2 weeks at my studio on Pleasant Street, and she's one of my students.
No kidding!
Is that bizarre or what?
Wow, I told you you've been set up.
She's telling me this morning, I've got my vinyl records, and so I said, how's it doing? Good. So she's in my class, so that's why I wasn't here this morning.
Excellent.
8 till 12, I'm there, and then I come down here.
All right, so the both of you are going to be on radio.
That's
and
awesome.
You got to tell that story, man, because this is the story behind the stories. I've been telling people all along that there's so many individual stories in this thing. The revival might be a story in itself, but the stories within the stories are incredible.
Yeah, because what the revival and the Pink House does is it brings all these separate artists. They're all doing their own thing, trying to do great stuff, and it's bringing them all together. And you bring a bunch of artists together, and great things happen.
It certainly is. But we've gone an extra step. See, there was many different elements to that small business, and of course they're all kind of related. It's creativity, okay? It's creation and imagination in action. So you got small businesses, you got music, you got performing arts, you got non-profits, you got humanitarians, and you got children, you've got a splash pad, you got revitalization, you got renovation. You bring it all together, and you shake a dice and you throw it out on In Street, and this is what we got. And no one really knew how it was going to come together.
No. And another cool story, I was here, I had to go Sunday. My wife was in New York City last week and the car broke down. She had to leave it there in Manhattan to get fixed and take a rental car back. So we had to go back Sunday to get it. We go back, so I'm coming here in the morning. I want to make sure the tent's all set up and everything. And Angela next door is there, and she's She said, "Oh, I've already sold one of your shirts." I said, "What do you mean?" She says, "Well, there wasn't anybody here, and somebody wanted a shirt, so I sold it." And she said, "I've always wanted to do something for the Pink House." She sold 3 shirts while I was here, and she came over and she says, "You go to New York, don't worry about a thing. I'll help run the booth." And it's like,
that's Angela,
who sent
man.
this?
That's
Who sent this
Angela.
angel from heaven.
Wow, that's great.
Unbelievable.
That's beautiful, man. I've known Angela for many, many years. I'd come back and I'd see a Hershey's chocolate left on my kiosk, and I'd know that Angela was here.
Yeah.
They don't call her Angela
Yeah.
for anything, you know.
So she's now a Pink House supporter and volunteer. She's working for the cause with us now, so it's unbelievable.
That's awesome. Why don't you show us one of the shirts?
Well, these are the shirts. Now, we originally, when we did shirts, was when I did the logo, designed it. I don't want to do the typical Pink House logo, so I said, but it's got to have pink. So I did a logo in silhouette, because oftentimes you see the logo, you see the Pink House in silhouette at sunset, and so this was the original logo that we did. Well, actually, this is the original logo where I tried to get the actual color of the Pink House, but then I figured that it doesn't really show up that well. It didn't kick, so we kicked it up a little bit and made it kick up the pink. Then we said, all right, we've got to do T-shirts, and then we said, all right, if you have that much pink on a T-shirt, no guy's going to want to wear it.
So the black comes into play.
So we came up with this design.
Oh wow, I love it.
And so,
I love it.
And here's the story behind it. I had all the colors, I just didn't know what to do with it. I had a pink stripe up here. And my wife says, no, get rid of the pink stripe. Put the pink in the windows, because if you've driven by the pink house at certain times, you see the sunlight reflected on the windows. It looks like it's lit up.
Oh my goodness.
And so there it is. Now another story is, somebody says, I said, look, if we save the Pink House, and that's a permanent thing, we're going to take the logo and flip it around, and then the Pink House will be pink. But now it's in jeopardy, so it's black. The Pink House now has some color in it in the windows, because we're optimistic that we're now going to be able to find a way to save it. So this is sort of a 2016 Pink House. We're looking to have Pink House T-shirts annually, and once it becomes secure, it's going to have a lot more color to it.
I love it. So I'm going to make my contribution to the Pink House revolution. I think it's a revolution. It really is. It's revolutionary. It's evolutionary in idea. It encapsulates the spirit of the revival. So I'm going to make my donation. I'm going to take my shirt off for the revival. Right now.
We got to make sure we get you a size.
All right, so what do we got?
What's your size?
I don't know, medium.
Right,
How do they shrink? Ouch.
And for the pink, we put the pink on the front, the 3 windows.
I love it.
You see it, you say, what's that all about? And you turn around and you say, that's what it's all about.
Oh, I like that, man. All right, so here you are, man. You're gonna film me. I'm gonna take my shirt off for the Pink House revival right here down on N Street. I'm gonna take it off. I don't care. All right, I don't care. You can look at my big gut and my too many cheese danishes, man. All right, we're gonna take it off right here on N Street, and we're gonna put on the Pink House. All right.
Looks good on you.
There it is. All right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right. All right. What do I owe you for this, baby? How much?
It's our contribution to you.
No. I got to contribute, man. All right. I got
20
$10 in my pocket. 20 bucks?
20 bucks.
All right. You got it.
We appreciate
Here,
it.
hang on to that. All right. Get this on tape. All right. Keep filming. Give me that back. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
All right. All right. I'm proud now. So this is going to be exciting, Eric. You and Lexi Simmons on WNBP next Saturday morning, right here, live on the N Street Revival stage. You excited yet?
I'm excited. I can't wait to see her tomorrow in class.
Excellent.
We'll come up with something.
Thank you, Eric. We got a lot more to talk about this. We got a lot more to say. All right.
Just to
If
be
we're in the meantime, tell people where they can get more information about the Pink House project.
Pink House is supportthepinkhouse.com.
There you go. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
Hi. How you doing? Hey, how you doing?
I didn't set that up, ladies and gentlemen. That's a spontaneous. I didn't pay these guys off. Here's the perch from Pink House, Eric's perch of Lynn Street.
Probably this one. I like this one because it shows up a little bit better. When I designed those, I said we're going to try to match the Pink House, but then Pink House.
So Angie, Eric has some wonderful things to say about you.
No, nothing. I just kind of pitched in. That's what we're here for, isn't it?
I'm going to play back what he just said. You're going to love it, man. Thank you very much, man. You've always just been a pillar of support. How many years you've been coming down and leaving Hershey Kisses on my...
6. Going on 6.
6 years.
Yeah.
And this is...
It's not Hershey Kisses, it's Dove chocolate. I'm a Dove chocolate person.
Oh, look at that, man. Look at what you're working on. That's awesome.
I'm doing this for someone.
Is it a custom order?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what I'd like to do is custom orders.
Really?
Yeah.
So how's it been working out here for you?
Great. I mean, doing so far so good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's the vibes?
Rainy. But I'm
We've had some rain. We've had some rain. You know what's really surprising me a lot, though, is everyone seems to be doing well despite the rain.
Yeah.
You know?
Complain.
And I see you got your Pink House picture over here.
Yeah. I'm going to donate one of those to the Pink House too.
You're going to donate to one of
When they
those
have
to
an
their
auction.
project?
Yeah.
You know, they're going to be on the radio Saturday morning, all right, WNBP, interviewing with Lexi Simmons, the 15-year-old youngest artisan of the revival,
Really?
with the Vinyl Time Records,
Oh, nice.
you know. So this is the first time you've been down on N Street, Angie.
This is the first tent affair I've ever done.
Yeah. I remember the first day I met you, you know.
Yeah.
And actually, yeah, you're right. It's actually longer than 6 years, Angie.
No.
It's 7 going on 8.
Well,
Believe it or
it
not.
might have been before we moved here.
I don't know, but I was across the street at the. Remember, I was at the cross street, and you pulled up and said, "So, what are you doing?" And
Yeah.
I told you about the process that I used, about the mixed media and
Yeah.
whatnot like that, and you were really taken by that.
Well, I've been trying to work on this for a lot of years. My brother did it in the 80s,
That's right.
and I was always fascinated with it. So,
Tell me about your brother. What's his name?
Robert Lambert.
Yeah,
He's in New York,
yeah.
starving artist there, but luckily he has people taking care of him financially.
All right, but he's still doing what he loves.
Oh yeah, he's been doing what he loves his whole life.
Well, we're trying to
I've
work.
always had a day job so I can support my
Yeah,
addiction.
yeah. I hear you. I hear you. But we're out here trying to change up that starving artist mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that.
All right. So, do you have any website presence yet or anything like that? Nothing to share with anybody?
No website. I just have my cards and my
Yeah.
number. And
Well, I'm excited to see how this process, this experience works out for you throughout the whole week. You're just dabbling your toes in it. And for somebody who's been doing this for...
threw me in the deep end.
I
wanted
wonder,
to dabble my toes.
I wonder who that was. I just asked you to come down for a day, man. Next thing you know, you're here for a week.
You and Charlie. I
You gotta play about me and Charlie, right?
You and Charlie.
Well, I tell you, I've always looked at this and as a mini Woodstock. Ed, check it out. Check out her work. Don't let us interfere.
Okay.
All right. So go do your work. I'll go and pack and talk to you again, Angela.
All right, we're closing at around 5.
Yep, if you want. There's been more people down here at 7 o'clock than there has been at 2 o'clock. I know. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Craft Fair, big day tomorrow.
I know.
All right?
Yeah.
Market Square Craft Day.
Okay.